and have no doubt that you're not valued the same. Whites and blacks are not valued the same. So we have a very dysfunctional nation. Unless we begin to start talking about it, then something really bad could happen. Now, I've been in a lot of demonstrations all over the world, as Marcus suggests, but I've never seen such an armed camp. And all these cars, all these police are not here because they love us. And the sheriff been courteous. But we have the police chief, okay. Police chief have been courteous, but they really would love for us to get out of line, so-called line. But we're living in a very dysfunctional system that unless it's corrected, there's going to be some serious consequences.
Yes, sir.
When you bring a people into, a group of people, African people, into this hostile society of ours, and then in this United States workers for 246 years for nothing, and then one day we get the Emancipation Proclamation, and then finally the 13th Amendment signed. They say, you're all free now, but you're living in a capitalistic society without capital, without access to capital, and you're in trouble. Now, what we see going on here in Valdosta is happening not only all across the United States, but of course, the United States is not the only place where there are black former slaves. Go, for example, Brazil. I'm in Brazil all the time, and most of the slaves went to Brazil. We have a Ferguson in Brazil, in Salvador, Brazil, almost every week. They don't like us. There's nothing we can do about it. We're black people, and we're living in the United States. Well, we're African people. And when our kids when they come to school and pledge to a damn lie, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's the first thing.
Here's the liberty.
And when they have our kids can look around Valdosta and they know that it's not liberty and justice for all. Some people got a bunch of money, others have no money. And if you live in a capitalistic society, if you don't have access to legal capital, you're in serious trouble. So I would suggest that the so-called barons of industry, corporations, need to get involved. And some of the white people, that might be one of the things that have been one of the great mysteries to me. I grew up on a plantation in Fayette County. And we had white folks just about as poor as we were. But the only badge of honor that they had, they said, well, at least you're white. And so it's been these people, this white privilege. Now, all white people are not bad. There are a lot of good white people. But the fact of the matter is, white privilege means a lot in the Western world. And so we're living in the age of information. You know, this is an I-6. I can ask Google anything and it spit it right back out for me. You can't live with all these lies that have created the so-called United States. And I somewhat disagree with Mr. Johnson about how great it is. If it was a great nation, it would take care of its people. And so we've got some big things, global things to do. And I'm not tired yet. I'm going to be out here, and we're not scared. We're not afraid of these cops. So I'm going to stop now. But we have some serious problems, and they're not going to go away. We've got to start talking about them. And but for Kendrick Johnson, I mean, it don't even pass the smell test. How stupid do you think we are? Don't even pass the smell test. What a damnable situation. And so, thank you, Marcus, for championing the cause of the Johnsons. And thank you, Mr. and Ms. Johnson, and the sisters and brothers for your courage. And know for a fact and for a certainty that we're with you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
KJ